Hello friends, welcome to the video lessons on electronic measuring instruments. Till now, we have seen the working principle of the basic PMMC movement, and we have seen that the deflection of the pointer in the basic PMMC movement is proportional to the amount of current flowing through the PMMC movement. So, PMMC movement or the basic D'Arsenal movement can be used for the measurement of DC current. But the D'Arsenal movement or the basic PMMC movement, they will carry very small amount of current. That means of the order of say 10 microamperes or 20 microamperes, current is sufficient enough for the coil to produce full scale deflection of the pointer from 0 to the maximum value. If the current is, if a large amount of current is applied through the basic PMMC movement or the D'Arsenal movement, then there is a possibility that the coil may get burnt out due to excessive power dissipation. In order to prevent the damage of the D'Arsenal movement or the basic PMMC movement while using as a DC ammeter, it is always advised to use a very low resistance in parallel with the basic PMMC movement as shown in figure 2.1 here. So for measuring higher range of current, a resistor is placed in parallel with the basic PMMC movement having very low value. This resistor placed in parallel with the basic PMMC movement is called as a shunt resistor. So whenever current is allowed to flow through the DC ammeter using the basic PMMC movement, then only full scale deflection current or IFSD or IM, that is the current through the movement, or IFSD, the full scale deflection current of the PMMC movement, only is allowed to flow through the basic movement. The remaining excess current is bypassed through the shunt resistance. We know that the lower the value of resistance, the higher will be the flow of current. So in order to bypass excess amount of current from flowing through the basic PMMC movement, the shunt resistor placed across the movement should be of very low resistance value. Let us take a simple example. Let us assume that Rs is the shunt resistance and Is is the current, shunt current, Rm is the meter internal resistance, that is here, and Im is the current flowing through the meter. This is nothing but the full scale deflection current of the meter. I is the total current, the full scale current of the DC ammeter, not the full scale current of the PMMC movement, but the full scale current of the entire unit used as a DC ammeter. I is the full scale current of the meter, which is nothing but the summation of Im plus Is, current flowing through the basic PMMC movement and the current through the shunt resistance. Now let us assume that the voltage drop across the terminals A and B be V volts. So here we know that the total current I, or the full scale current I for the meter, is equal to Im plus Is. That is the algebraic sum of the currents flowing through the shunt resistance and the basic movement. From this, it can be written as I minus Im is equal to Is. That is, the shunt current is equal to the total full scale current of the DC ammeter minus full scale deflection current of the PMMC movement that is used. So multiplying both sides with Rs, that is the resistance, shunt resistance Rs. I minus Im into Rs is equal to Is into Rs. Rs is multiplied on both sides. But observing the circuit here, we can say that V is equal to Is into Rs, or P is equal to Im into Rm. So I minus Im into Rs, which is equal to Is Rs, can also be written as Im Rm. Now rearranging this to find the value of Rs, Rs can be written as Im Rm divided by I minus Im. Here, as you can see, Im, the full scale deflection current of the basic movement used, which is known value. Rm, the internal resistance of the basic PMMC movement, is known value. And total current I is known value. So, and of course, Im is nothing but the internal, the current through the full scale deflection current of the basic PMMC movement. So once we know these values, we can find out the shunt resistance for any value of full scale DC current for the meter. That means you can design a DC ammeter for any value of current by calculating the value of Rs using this formula and inserting that Rs, or placing that Rs in parallel with the basic PMMC movement in the DC ammeter circuit. That is how the basic PMMC movement can be converted into a DC ammeter with a higher range of current. Let us see an example here. Extending the range of ammeter 2 times. let the meter measures up to 1 milliampere, that is IM. The full-scale deflection current of the basic PMMC movement is given as 1 milliampere, and it is required to design a DC ammeter to find out 2 milliamperes or to measure 2 milliamperes current using this PMMC movement. The maximum value that can be uh, uh, the maximum value of current that can be allowed to flow through the basic PMMC movement is given as 1 milliampere, and we have to design a DC ammeter having a value of twice this value, that is 2 milliamperes. Now we know that Im is equal to 1 milliampere, and I, the total current of the DC ammeter, is 2 milliamperes. And if we assume the internal resistance of the meter to be 50 ohms, generally Rm and Im will be given by the manufacturer of the basic PMMC movement. Here, as an example, we are assuming Im to be 1 milliampere and Rm as 50 ohms. So with this basic specifications, if we want to design a DC ammeter which can measure 2 milliamperes current, then the amount of shunt resistance that has to be placed in parallel with the basic PMMC movement can be calculated as follows. The formula is Rs is equal to IMRM by I minus Im. Here Im is 1 into 10 power minus 3, that is 1 milliampere. Rm is 50 ohms divided by I, that is the total current. The full scale current of the DC ammeter is 2 into 10 power minus 3 minus Im is 1 into 10 power minus 3. As you can see here, 2 into 10 power minus 3 minus 1 into 10 power minus 3. This is nothing but 1 into 10 power minus 3 gets cancelled out with 1 into 10 power minus 3 in the numerator. So the shunt resistance Rs should be equal to 50 ohms. So if you want to double the range of the ammeter, then you have to apply a shunt resistance in parallel with the basic PMMC movement equal to the internal resistance of the meter, basic PMMC movement. As you can see here, Rm is 50, so Rs also is 50. Now you just observe here, 2 milliamperes is the total current, and here you have got 50 ohms and here you have got 50 ohms. So out of 2 milliamperes, 1 milliampere flows in this direction and the other 1 milliampere flows in this direction. Logically simple. Next, if we want to extend the range of the basic PMMC movement by 5 times, that means if Im is 1 milliampere, Rm is 50 ohms, and if we want to design a milliammeter which can measure 5 milliamperes using the basic movement. In that case, once again using the same formula, Rs is equal to Im Rm by I minus Im. Im is 1 into 10 power minus 3, that is 1 milliampere, into Rm is 50 divided by I, that is the full scale current of the DC ammeter, that is 5 into 10 power minus 3, 5 milliamperes, minus 1 into 10 power minus 3. So as you can see here, 5 into 10 power minus 3 minus 1 into 10 power minus 3. It will be 4 into 10 power minus 3. 1 into 10 power minus 3 by 4 into 10 power minus 3. 10 power minus 3 both in the numerator and denominator gets cancelled out. So we are left out with 50 into 1 by 4, that is 50 by 4. So its value is equal to 12.5 ohms. So if we want to increase the range of the basic PMMC movement by 5 times, we have to use a shunt resistance which is 1/4 of the internal resistance of the meter. So in that case, what happens? 4 parts of the current is bypassed by the shunt resistance, and only one part of the current is allowed to flow through the basic movement. Next, a multi-range ammeter. The basic PMMC movement in combination with a number of resistors connected in parallel through a range select switch can form a multi-range ammeter. So a multi-range ammeter is nothing but a number of shunt resistors selected by a range switch placed in parallel to the basic PMMC movement. But here in this circuit arrangement, there is some problem. Just let us suppose that the basic PMMC movement, as we have seen in the previous example, 1 milliampere is the meter full scale deflection current, and 50 ohms is the internal resistance, and let a current I is flowing through this, which is very much greater than 1 milliampere. Let it be, say for example, say some 50 milliamperes. Now when 50 milliamperes current is flowing through this circuit, when this switch is changed from position 1 to position 2, please try to follow. When the switch is changed from position 1 to position 2, for a split second, the basic PMMC movement will be left with no shunt resistance when the switch is exactly midway between the terminals A and B, not touching both A or B. In that case, what happens? The total current flows through the basic PMMC movement only, which will permanently damage the basic PMMC movement. So for this type of arrangement, that is when resistors are connected in this fashion, we have to use a range switch which is specially designed in such a way that always any one of the resistors, either RA or RB or RC or RD, will be in contact, will be in parallel with the basic PMMC movement. That means, let us suppose that the range switch is in position A. Now, if you want to move the range switch from position A to position B, then the range switch starts moving from position A to position B till the range switch touches position B. it will be in contact with position A. The moment it touches position B, the switch gets disconnected from position A. This is possible by using a plate type of edge for the switch. This is called as make before break type switch. That means make contact with another resistor before breaking contact with the previous resistor. By this switch, that means by using this switch, the switch will be either in contact with A or B. Then from while moving from position B to C, it will be either in contact with B or C. Similarly, when making transition from position C to D, the switch will be either in contact with position C or D. So by this way, it is assured that excess current does not flow through the basic PMMC movement. And the basic PMMC movement is safe. But the drawback with this type of arrangement is the cost of fabrication of this make before break type switch exceeds the cost of fabrication. It increases the cost of fabrication. And the second one is this switch arrangement has to be periodically monitored. That means the make before break nature is possible only when there is no damage in this switch plate. So periodically the switch plate is to be monitored. So that is the main drawback with this type of arrangement used for multi-range ammeter. But as per concept, using make before break type switch, definitely using a resistance RA in parallel with the basic PMMC movement, we can design the DC ammeter, say for example 0 to 2 milliamperes. Then in position B, that is when RB is in parallel with RM, then we can design it for 5 milliamperes. Then in position C, we can design it for 10 milliamperes. And in position D, we can design it for 20 milliamperes. You can go on doing that. And the designing also would be very simple here. Simply use the formula. Suppose if you want to find out RA, then in that case, IMRM by I minus IM. Similarly for RB, IMRM by I minus IM. Only thing is the formula remains the same, but the value of I changes. Suppose in the first case, if it is 2 milliamperes I, in the second case it would be 5, third case 10, fourth case 20. So depending upon the value of I, the value of resistance RA, RB, RC and RD will change. So naturally for 2 milliamperes, if RA is having some value, for 5 milliamperes, RB will be very much lower than RA. Similarly, for 10 milliamperes, RC has to be very much lower than RB and RA. And for 20 milliamperes, RD should be very much lower than RC, RB and RA. So the resistance value gradually decreases like this. This is one type of arrangement used for current measurement for multiple range. The second circuit used for multi-range ammeter using an Orton shunt we'll see after some time.